4 signs you should consider renting instead of buying. Deciding whether to rent or buy a home is one of the most pivotal financial and lifestyle choices you'll make. It's not just about where you live, it's about aligning your housing decision with your financial goals, flexibility, and life stage. While homeownership is often seen as a cornerstone of wealth building, renting can offer freedom, affordability, and strategic advantages, especially in certain circumstances. Whether you're a young professional, a relocating family, or an investor weighing options, recognizing when renting makes more sense empowers you to optimize your finances and lifestyle. In this article, we're exploring 4 signs that you should consider renting instead of buying, grounded in insights from real estate experts like Barbara Corcoran and data from institutions like the National Association of Realtors, NAR. These signs are clear, evidence-based indicators that renting may be your best move. By the end, you'll identify these signals in your own situation, understand their implications, and feel confident to choose the path that suits you. Stay with us, because you might be closer to a smart housing decision than you think, and these insights could guide you to financial flexibility and peace of mind. Let's dive in. Sign 1. You're not ready to commit to one location long-term. One of the most compelling signs you should consider renting instead of buying is if you're not ready to commit to one location for the long term. Homeownership typically requires a 5 to 10-year commitment to recoup costs like closing fees and build equity, while renting offers mobility for career changes, relationships, or lifestyle shifts. Imagine 2 young professionals, Mia and Ethan, both 28 years old, living in a vibrant city. Mia, unsure about staying beyond 2 years due to potential job transfers, rents a $1,500 per month apartment, preserving her flexibility. Ethan buys a $300,000 condo, but a job offer elsewhere forces him to sell after 18 months, losing $20,000 in closing costs and fees. Ethan doesn't realize his short-term horizon favors renting, while Mia's choice aligns with her mobility. Barbara Corcoran, in her real estate advice, stresses that if you plan to move within 5 years, renting often outweighs buying due to high transaction costs. A 2023 NAR report found that 60% of homeowners who sold within 2 years of purchase lost 5 to 10% of their home's value to costs, while renters avoided these expenses. Long-term ownership, conversely, builds equity over time. The good news? You can assess your commitment today. Reflect on your plans for the next 3 to 5 years. Consider job stability, relationship goals, or travel aspirations. If relocation is likely, research rental options via Zillow or Apartments.com and compare to homeownership costs. Consult a realtor for local market insights. Reflect now. Are you settled long-term or likely to move? Evaluating one life plan today could confirm renting as your smarter choice tomorrow. Sign 2. Home prices in the area are historically high. If home prices in your area are historically high, outpacing income growth or sitting at peak levels compared to past trends, it's a strong sign to consider renting instead of buying. Purchasing in an overpriced market risks buying at a peak, potentially leading to stagnant or declining home values. Consider 2 couples, Ava and Noah, both 35 years old, in a booming urban market. Ava notices median home prices hit $600,000, a 20% increase in 2 years, with price-to-income ratios at 6 to 1. She rents for $2,000 per month, waiting for a market correction. Noah buys a $550,000 home, but a market dip drops its value to $500,000, erasing $50,000 in equity. Noah doesn't see that high prices signal caution, while Ava's renting choice is financially prudent. A 2022 Journal of Housing Economics study found that buying in markets with price-to-income ratios above 5 increases the risk of negative equity by 25% if prices correct within 5 years. NAR's 2023 data shows that renting saves an average of 30% compared to owning in high-priced markets, e.g., San Francisco, New York. Affordable markets, conversely, favor buying. The good news is that you can analyze local prices today. Check median home prices and price-to-income ratios via Redfin or Zillow, comparing to historical data, available on Realtor.com. If prices are 20% plus above 5-year averages, explore rentals costing 25 to 30% of your income. Reflect now. Are home prices in your area historically high or reasonable? Researching one price metric today could save you from an overpriced purchase tomorrow. If you're finding this article valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend subscribing and turning on notifications so you don't miss more real estate insights. Let's keep going. Sign 3. You lack savings for a down payment or repairs. Another clear sign you should consider renting is if you lack savings for a down payment or unexpected home repairs. Buying a home requires a substantial upfront investment, typically 5 to 20% of the purchase price, plus reserves for maintenance, which can strain unprepared budgets. Renting, by contrast, demands only a security deposit and predictable monthly costs. Picture two families, Sophia and Lucas, both 32 years old, eyeing $400,000 homes. Sophia has $10,000 saved, far short of a $80,000, 20% down payment, and opts to rent for $1,800 per month while saving. Lucas stretches to buy with $20,000, 5% down, but a $15,000 roof repair forces him to borrow, stressing his finances. Lucas doesn't realize his low savings favor renting, while Sophia's choice preserves her stability. The Urban Institute's 2023 Housing Finance Report found that 70% of buyers with less than 10% down face financial strain within 3 years, often due to repair costs averaging $10,000 annually for older homes. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB, notes that renting requires 50 to 70% less upfront cash than buying. Adequate savings, conversely, support ownership. The good news? You can evaluate your savings today. Check your bank accounts for liquid savings, aiming for 10 to 20% of your target home price, e.g., $40,000 to $80,000 for a $400,000 home, plus $5,000 to $10,000 for repairs. If short, rent and save $200 to $500 monthly in a high-yield savings account. Use Bankrate to compare rental costs. Reflect now. Do you have enough for a down payment and repairs, or are savings tight? Adding one savings goal today could keep renting as your best option tomorrow. Sign 4. Renting is significantly cheaper than owning locally. If renting is significantly cheaper than owning a home in your area, when monthly rent costs are 20 to 30% less than mortgage payments, taxes, insurance, and maintenance, it's a final powerful sign to consider renting. In high-cost markets, renting can free up cash for investments, debt repayment, or other goals. Imagine two professionals, Chloe and Oliver, both 40 years old, in a coastal city. Chloe rents a $2,000 per month apartment, while owning a similar $500,000 home would cost $3,000 per month, mortgage, taxes, insurance, upkeep. She invests the $1,000 difference, growing her wealth. Oliver buys, tying up his budget and missing investment opportunities. Oliver doesn't see that renting's cost advantage is strategic, while Chloe's choice boosts her finances. A 2023 Journal of Real Estate Finance and Economics study found that in markets where renting costs 25% plus less than owning, renters save an average of $12,000 annually, with 60% redirecting savings to retirement or investments. NAR's 2022 data shows that renting is 20 to 40% cheaper than owning in 30% of U.S. metro areas. Affordable ownership markets, conversely, favor buying. The good news is that you can compare costs today. Estimate monthly ownership costs for a $400,000 home. Use a mortgage calculator like NerdWallet for $2,000 mortgage. Add $500 for taxes/insurance, $300 for maintenance. Compare to local rent prices via apartments.com. If renting saves 20% plus, continue renting and invest the difference via robo-advisor like Betterment. Reflect now. Is renting cheaper than owning locally or comparable? Calculating one cost difference today could affirm renting as your financial win tomorrow. If you found this article insightful, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here, and consider subscribing for more tips on real estate and financial strategy. Your support keeps us going. Conclusion. Now that you know these 4 signs, you're not ready to commit to one location long-term. Home prices in the area are historically high, you lack savings for a down payment or repairs, and renting is significantly cheaper than owning locally. Reflect on your own housing situation. Are you seeing these signals, or is buying still your goal? Renting isn't just a temporary choice, it's a strategic move that can preserve your flexibility, protect your finances, and position you for future opportunities. Every relocation plan you assess, price trend you research, savings goal you set, or cost comparison you make is proof you're navigating your housing decision with wisdom. Don't rush into buying out of pressure. Start today, evaluate one life plan, check one home price metric, save $50 for a future down payment, or compare renting versus owning costs. Your housing choice is like a financial blueprint. The more thoughtfully you design it, the stronger your foundation. Keep pushing, because your smart decision can lead to a future of financial freedom and stability. You've got this. Choose wisely and thrive.